So do you sometimes feel like you're performing well, you get involved in good positions, you're staying out of trades that you're not meant to be involved in, but then you end up giving everything plus more back to the markets. So you end the month, the quarter, or whatever negative, or even at break even when you feel like you should have been up in profit. This can be a result of two things. Or it could be a result of just probabilities and just the way of trading, and it can also be the result of performance too. So I want to talk about the inchworm concept. This isn't something that I've created. This is from Jared Tendler, and I believe it's from the book, The Mental Game of Poker. So this is not mine. I'm not taking. This is not mine. So essentially touches on the fact that we have our A game, which is our best, our B game, which is our average, and C game, which is our worst. So majority of the times we've got this on this side of the axis. Frequency, so majority of the time we're in our B game and we're less frequently in our A game or our C game, but our A game and C game can essentially make or break us as traders. And majority of the time we focus on working on our A game, so this can be both in terms of technical and also psychological too. So we might learn new things in psychology, and we might also learn new technical skills, which as a result improves our A game. So this could be learning about market structure, this can be learning about liquidity, this can be learning about, I don't know, Bollinger Bands, this could be learning about, I don't know what, I don't know how you trade, I don't know how you trade, but yeah, so we're basically improving our A game, which is good. This is what we're going to do as traders, because we need to become essentially knowledgeable in certain things, not in everything, but in certain things, and then apply that into the markets. However, yeah, we've learned on our A game. We've improved our A game. However, we haven't improved our C game one bit. So this is what the intro concept is about. It's about improving our A game, but also focusing on improving our C game too. So our C game, when we're at our best, we're doing well. However, our C game can eradicate everything that we've applied and implemented from our A game. So our C game, which is our worst, is different for each individual. This might be on our C game might be okay. We now have the fear of missing out. So we've missed a position, and we're now fearful that we're gonna miss out on profit. So we now get involved late, and that's one example. It might be revenge trading. That's another example. So we take a loss, then we want to get back into the market and get that profit back, or get our money back. So yeah, that's another thing that we could be part of our C game. So with our C game, we want to improve our C game. So we want to identify weaknesses that are present within our trading that we can eradicate. So can we eradicate fear of missing out? Can we eradicate our revenge trading? And if we do focus on improving our C game, overall our game is now improved, because the gap between the C game and our A game isn't as large, and on average we're performing better overall. So it's like, yeah, we've improved our A game. So we're essentially just if we're working on improving our A game, so we're just improving the front end of our overall trading performance. However, if we now focus on our C game, it's like we're taking a whole move forward. So our overall game is better. And this is what essentially the inchworm concept is. So I want to talk about one thing here. So I just want to give you an example of when I wasn't performing at my best, and I did also perform at my best. So this was April of last year. 3 wins and 11 losses. Insane. This was too much for me for 1 month. So I took a loss here, I took another loss here, second loss, and then I got involved in a great position plus 5.38%. So at this point, I was at my A game, right? Identified something in the market, I got involved and executed well. Entry, management, and exit was on point. This is A game. I then took a loss, another loss, and things just went downhill. So at this point, I was now on my C game, and I was taking losses. I took a win here. However, I would say this is still part of my C game because I've reduced my risk. I was more fearful, and yeah, things just went downhill from there. Yeah. However, I able to identify. Okay, I was at my A game at one point. I was at my C game at one point. I can now look back at that and see, okay, these are my weaknesses and these are the things that I want to improve. However, if I was only focusing on my A game, then that wouldn't be the case, and essentially I would still be making the same mistakes over and over and over and over again, and it would just be a cycle. So that's what we want to do as traders. We want to focus on our A game, but also focus on our C game, because our overall performance will improve. And it's like when we're at our worst, it's not as detrimental as it was before. We're not taking a massive losing streak as we did before. We're not taking massive losses. So you might be someone that oversizes when you take a loss, or you just oversize in general when you want to stick to consistent risk. Yeah, so the way we can spot the difference in our game, it doesn't have to be A game, B game, C game, but the way we can spot when we're at our best and we're at our worst is through tracking our trades and keeping data on both our psychology and also our technicals. So this could be tracking our psychology. So before, how did we feel when we was getting into the trade? How did we feel during the trade, and how did we feel after the trade to exit? And in terms of technical, we can store screenshots of before and after of the setups that we did get involved in, and over a larger sample size, we were able to see consistencies in what's going on mentally, and both when it comes to our technicals as well. And then we were able to eradicate our weaknesses and hone in on our best. So then overall our game is improving. And that's about it. Just a quick one, and hopefully this concept has opened your eyes a bit, and it's going to allow you to now focus on your C game as well as your A game. Because trading is really just focusing on the back end and the front end, so worst and best.